Hi, the purpose of this video is to give you an example of one of our Books Go Social story reports. The example I'm using is my own book. The purpose of these story reports is to tell you how the book is doing in terms of the reader experience. What I'm interested in is trying to help authors to understand how they can improve their writing, hopefully not too many tweaks, but how they can go through their book and make it a better reader experience. This report is focused on a fiction novel, but we can also do these for non-fiction. So this is my own book, and to give you an example of some of the things that I face in terms of editing my novel, my next novel coming out, and how I adapt to that. So the story report includes a nice bit at the front saying, I generally enjoyed the book. I think you got 90% of a rip-roaring great story. Great, but there are things I have to work on. So starting here with character, the characters in the book. So I've already reworked Sin, which is the main character in the book. But unfortunately, says the reviewer, and these are done by a human reviewer, unfortunately, she's not there yet. She shouts at men quite a bit and pounds tables surprisingly often. Okay. So that's a relatively easy fix. I can go in and search for shouting and remove some of the shouting. And pounding tables, I can remove some of the pounding because obviously that's becoming noticeable. And the reviewer says these behaviors don't fit and seem consistent with her character or very bright behavior for a society. Okay, the idea is not suggesting the person should be subservient, but need to get this right. I want to have this character, this female character writing Sin. I want her to be feisty, but not do it stupidly, not put herself in a difficult situation. And here's a main problem this reviewer has with the story. And they think it's a break the story problem. And Sin never does anything. The character Sin never does anything to accomplish her goals. Her motivating desire is to find her sisters, who are great, but she never takes any action to that end. Need to see her being proactive and getting a line on the slaver who captured her sisters as is set 1,000 years ago, so they're slavers in England. I need to see her take actions. She needs to be proactive. Okay, that's the same thing. She needs to take risks. So what have I done? Okay, so I didn't like this criticism and I thought, okay, I have to do something about it. So I looked at the story and I decided that instead of someone coming and picking her to do a particular job as a spy, that she pushes herself forward. That in a couple of situations in the story, I've changed it from being that she is selected to do something to that she puts herself forward. So this wasn't a huge change, but I think it's important in terms of the novel, in terms of what this reviewer is saying, that I can make her more proactive. That's a good idea. What else did this person say, the reviewer? Nothing special about Sin. She's a healer, which is good, but she's one of many. Now, okay, so I have to get her to stand out in some way. So we're giving her a little bit more power, capabilities for doing things. Her mother was a seer. She's a daughter of a seer. So we're going to give her more power. It's going to make her more distinctive. So I'm doing my best in my edit to get that distinctiveness across. Or this reviewer said, or could be that she's learned some healing techniques that aren't common knowledge, something to make her stand out. So I'm making her character stand out. She's going to be feisty. She's going to be different. Her hair is shorn. She's gone gray because she witnessed her mother being murdered. So there's various things about her feistiness and the prophecies about her. There are a couple of prophecies which are about her, which hopefully will also make her unique. So this is the first session. This is a under 5 minutes analysis of character, how a character report as part of a story report can change a book. Now, I know when you get feedback, my initial instinct was to hate the person who did this, and there's more of this coming in next episodes. There's things about structure and other general notes. There's lots of other material we're going to go through in this series. But I know the initial reaction is, I've written something perfect, but we need to consider when a reader comes back to us with a report, is any of that, can it be included in our story? Can you make changes to make the character more proactive, which is what I'm doing, and to make her more unique? So I hope you'll watch the rest of this series of videos, and I hope you enjoyed this one and the challenges that it presents to me. Thank you for watching.